Hello, welcome to another video. Today I am gonna show you how to play Chamber on Ascent. So I'm gonna first start with defensive half and then we're gonna go over to attacker half. Since defensive half is where he's most effective, I'm gonna start with that. So what I usually do, alarm bot here, either I place one on this corner here or I place one in this corner right here. Since it's up here, it's still head level, it's gonna shoot the person here. But if I place it up here, it's just gonna look at it. So the alarm bot works in such a way that if it sees an opponent, but it's not in range of shooting it, it's just gonna show the little light beam it has towards that person. So that's why I like to put them on either ways, like so. Sometimes here you have to, or sometimes you have to peek basically out like this to be able to shoot it. When you hug this wall, you're gonna then be open to short. So you shoot that alarm bot and you're playing on short, then you can just swing and get a free kill because you know that you're gonna be towards that corner or around here at least. And sometimes they just decide to tank the alarm bot and they just swing like so. And if they keep on doing that a lot of times, then I like to swap up and use this one, since this one as well you have to take a wide angle and shoot. And if I use this alarm bot, not often do I play short then. I usually play around generator or up heaven or under heaven. So when I have those two alarm bots up, I usually just have one of them, so never really two. Sometimes I do two if we have like a heavily defensive comp. So we have like, let's say I have a Sage there walling short, then I can have both these up. Let's say she walls and then we have a Viper over to B who walls up mid and B main. Like, it depends on how the comp looks, but most often than not I only have one. And with one of those, if I have this one, I said, where I usually play gen heaven or under heaven, I use this TP in this corner here. Since with that TP I'm able to play over here in this corner, since I can still use like the range of it. And what's different, you can have the TP, like you can have it more here, like 100% you can have it more in this way, and then you have more space to like play around. You have still this large over here, you have wide angle over here, you have under heaven, you have everywhere. But if I do that TP, I usually have my other TP around here, because I want to have a quick escape and quick rotation. But sometimes I also like to place a TP over here, and with this far that I now have, I only am able to go so far into this, and if I use that one, they are gonna hear that I'm close with the TP. And you can, even though Riot says you can't hear where the TP is, you can still mostly hear where the TP comes from and where it is. So they're just gonna spam this wall, they hear like this general direction, so they just spam the wall, get some ship damage in, you know, and that's like, they get free damage. You don't want to give them free damage, so that's why I also put it close here. And because it also takes a bit of short, but not usually that's why I use it. It's because when I use the TP over here, I have room to place it behind this wall right here, you see. So here they can't shoot me, since they have to take this angle and try to spam like so. So that's why I put this TP here as well as that one closer. You could put it closer up on the window, but I decided to have it here, since if I put it like in this corner, I have another angle that I'm gonna be visible through if I want to peek over, as well as I don't get as much room on site. You want as much room as you can on generator, so if you get in a cramped situation, you want to be able to just TP away instantly. So that's why I use these two TPs usually, and sometimes when playing short, I use, as I said before, this TP, or even sometimes I do a bit of a more risky, where I place it here, and that basically gives me more room here on short, you see. And that's when I want to play short, when I'm doing this alarm bot over there. So either I place one here, I usually don't place it there, but rare occasions, like they read my other alarm bots, then I'm placing it there, since they then also have to look away from wherever like I would play. They have to look away from it to shoot my alarm bot. But mostly I'm just sitting here waiting for border to go down, place alarm bot in that corner, I fall back here, and I play off my alarm bot over here. And you want to play, say, if you want to play retake. Chamber is not an agent that you want to play super aggressive with. He is a sentinel at the end of the day, so you want to play him as a sentinel to be the most effective. And I preach for him to play more defensive, so instead of taking that swing, instead you just sit here and wait, get one kill, you can fall off, get another kill, you can fall off, get a third kill, fall off, you know. Now, since we have gone through what we do on A side, we are moving over to B. I'm gonna leave mid, because you don't really want to play mid as Chamber. Well, when I'm on B side, 99 out of 100 times I place this TP right there, go backside, and I place this TP in this corner here, so I have full backside control as well as most of side. So I can play around green box here, like I can be visible. Here I lose my TP, so I will still be able to see a lot, you know. It's a good TP in my opinion. And then what I use as alarm bots is usually I place, as I showed over here with this one, I place it far into this corner, so see the blue ring. So when I place this one like so, it covers like entrance here, so they have to take the same wide swing here to destroy this. And then, well, you're open to absolutely everything. Also, if I'm a heavy anchor, I usually place this trap here. Even though it's easy to destroy, they will still have info, or I will have info that they have come close enough to destroy this. Like, you can see this little light beam and spam it, but then I still know that somebody's gonna be around here, so I still have that information. So I know then that my teammate could be like put to danger there. They have to understand, like, if my alarm bot here gets broken, I can inform them like my alarm bot's broken, care behind you, and they watch behind. They most likely not gonna play like open to there, probably playing around here mid somewhere. And then I have this alarm bot to be like, okay, they can sneak around through our spawn, or they can sneak upstairs, so that alarm bot is what covers that. So this is how I like to play, you know, play a bit safe on side, sometimes being a bit of a rat, sit in this corner, just wait for a kill. I can just instantly TP, they will know that I'm here, but most likely if my alarm bot here has gone off, I hope at least my team should have rotated over and be able to help, so then we can at least trade a frag here, you know? Instead of me being on side, potentially just dying and then being like a 4-on-5 or a 4-on-4 or whatever. So that's why, yeah, I said I play B more often, because I enjoy playing B more often as Chamber. And we're going over to attacker side now to see how I use my util when attacking A and B. And then we're heading over to B side. What I like to do, if we're like doing a full rush or something like that, I either place down my alarm bot over here, or I place it over here. The reason I don't always place it in this corner and sometimes place it in this corner is basically because if they come out here, they can just shoot it, and then I will have to watch my flank, because I don't know, maybe they took like the route through our spawn and they come here and they're like this close. I'm like, okay, now I shoot it, or they're in our spawn and shoot it further away. I'm gonna have to watch my back whilst they actually have already destroyed it and gone back into like market or something. So I have, instead of having to worry like about one spot or like so, then I'm gonna know like, okay, they are maybe behind me. Like I have to stress a little bit about that, you know. And when I place this one here, they're most likely gonna just destroy it or get slowed by it and then go back. Or if they want to push, they're still gonna be slowed, since, well, it's in cover. And if you have this one, you just go close and then boom, shoot, and then you're much closer. So that's what I usually do with the alarm bots. And then for my TP, I usually, more often than not, place it around here, since I am still, when I TP, I am still in most cover here, and I am far enough for them to not be able to play inside here and just be holding me. Like if I place it over here or something and I TP and they can just spam it, they have to take more of a wider swing on me then. And sure, you might be open a little bit to main, but as I said before, you have your alarm bots, and if they get destroyed, maybe don't take the TP unless you have to, unless you're in like a 1v1 and you know the person might be like over here on stair, or they're already down towards site, and then you take the TP, you know. But that's usually how I place my first TP. And let's say we get into site, I have one alarm bot left, or sometimes I might even have two alarm bots, I usually prioritize alarm bot towards flank than aggressive alarm bot, but if I have two, so let's say like I only have one, then I rather focus on placing alarm bot here on the flank like so, either of those two. I only place one of them, by the way, each round, so I don't use both at the same time, since that feels just like a bit more of a waste. So what I do is basically I take this alarm bot, I just run and jump, I place that towards the door, and if door is closed, then you can just run in and place it there. Then just aim a bit higher up, you can run in and place it through the wall. But then we have main covered off with this like circle alarm bot, so if they push out here, they are gonna be slowed. If I don't place that alarm bot, because sometimes you maybe have a sage going in before you and she puts up the wall, then you don't need an alarm bot and stuff. I just place one like around here, so I know if they come down to site, like let's say I'm playing backside or something and they come down to site, they have to shoot that one. And if I'm the bomb planter and I'm in a like a cramped situation, let's say I'm in a 1-on-3, I plant the spike, have my TP down, boom, use TP, and then I'm out. And then I have to play like for an unexpected angle from them. So yeah, that's what I usually do when I place down my TP, or when I plant spike and I'm alone. Otherwise, I like to place it here on backside, like so, as I did as well with the defensive side. I think this TP spot right here is probably like S tier plus on like TP spots on any map, I would say. Like this is so good since they can't see it unless they're already all the way in. Either way, like you come up here, you can't see it anywhere you go, so you have to literally be back here to be able to destroy it. And like if I'm playing back here, let's say I get a kill here, somebody's gonna swing me, boom, I'm back into main, you know. And on A side, when we hit it, we want to have either of these two alarm bots. Either you want to place one here in main, holding behind this wall in case of them peeking out past this, you know, then you have the alarm bot. Or most commonly you want to use this one here on the corner there. It holds both our spawn and and top mid, so either they're shooting it and then you can start placing this one, so they're not gonna expect another alarm bot when you usually have this one. They have destroyed it like multiple times and you swap it up a bit, they're not gonna expect it. And for a defensive TP like in spawn, sometimes I place this one here depending on how often they flank, as this is a spot where you can get wallbang and they can like hear you fairly clearly that you're TPing somewhere here, and then it's very common to just spam there so you can get a kill. But if they don't usually flank, then this is a pretty safe and good one. You can also place one here in main if you know that they usually like the flank, and if you know that you are gonna go in, plant spike, and then instantly come back. Since your team is maybe either they're dead or they're far away, you have gotten like a rotation much faster than your team, or anything along those lines, you know. So then I just place a TP around here. So after I place those alarm bots and TPs in main, then I usually run in on site, and you can go for lever or you have someone in your team going for lever. Usually you have a smoke both door as well as heaven, and what you basically want to do is you want to run out here and try to aim for like this pole, I guess, and place your alarm bot up like vertical to that. So when somebody peeks out here, they don't see the alarm bot, but if they peek out here and watch this angle, then your alarm bot will see them. So basically it's pretty OP unless they already know about where the alarm bot is, because then they can just pre-fire through the wall. Something else I do with my TP, depending on where I place the TP here in main, as I said before, if I have one there, I usually place around this spot here, since as you can see, if I pick it up again, as you can see, the max barrier range starts from there, and then usually you have your spike down there. Sometimes you can go, if you have the spike on you, you can run in, just place down your TP, plant spike, and then boom, TP out, and then you can hold the flank for your team. You can also, if you have the TP back here, then either you have a fast rotation from your team and you want to play with your team, you can do that exact same TP there, Or you can swap it up a bit and place one here, as you get a lot more range. You can be both behind generator like here. You can be behind in this corner, where I've seen a lot of people play actually more recently. But yeah, you have so much more space on site. You even have a little bit of under heaven here. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. This is basically how I usually play on Ascent as Chamber. And if you have any thought, questions, anything, just leave a comment down below. I'll check it out, I'll answer it, or maybe I even make another video about it. So yeah, have a good one everybody, see ya.